The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
368!
It's second down. Dalton looking. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Go on the ball! On the ball!
Second down, Dalton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And give him a gain of 37.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But, has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Now Marshall. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Dalton. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Now Joe Mixon. And he's into the clear. 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gone!
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 319! 319!
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. Here's Marshall. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, Giants! Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Returning it, John Ross. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Passing, it's Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ross. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Alec Ogletree able to run him down for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Here you go, 368.
So Dalton now lets it go for Nelson. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there. Bring it. Up 2nd. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Gone! Gone! Gone!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And out now, here come the Bengals. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And Dalton to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out right at the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, second down.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. Dalton throwing on second down. And that is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On third down, Dalton. And Eifert has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll give it to Mixon. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's Mixon. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On third down, Mixon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, get him, you got him.
They'll set up to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He's trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton is going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Dalton here from the gun. And his throw here is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
No, check. Patriot.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The veteran safety, George Iloka, there to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Geno Atkins in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 16.
Set. 3-19.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by George Iloka. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Lets it go for Nelson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw on 3rd down. Dalton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Looking to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Dayon Buchanan with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jordan Willis in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Oh, passing it. Dalton. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Under pressure, they got him again. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.